Betty. Welcome to Betty's Kitchen. Today we're making panko crusted chicken served with waffles. So we're going to start by preparing our chicken. And I want to tell you what I have here. I have 3 pounds of fresh chicken, and they came in half breasts like this. There were 4 of them. Now you can see I have separated these out into chicken strips, so that's what I intend to make. So I just basically cut these into portions that are all about the same size. I've already seasoned those, so I'll just put these over at the corner. And it doesn't matter where you get these strips from. Just try to think about the size that the last strip was and try to match it. Now, after touching chicken like this, I want to wash my hands before I season this up, and then I'll show you how to coat them. To season my chicken strips, I just take some table salt and salt it appropriately on the top, and then I could use ground pepper, or I can grind my own. I think it's a little fresher tasting if you grind your own. And then you need to turn those over and get the bottom side. So I'm using tongs to keep my hands clean. Just turn them over. This is what I've done for all of the others. And then apply the salt and grind the pepper. Now at this point we want to coat these, and we want to get some oil ready for frying. If you'd prefer, you could spray these with cooking oil spray after they're coated and bake them in the oven, and that way you wouldn't have the fried type of chicken. But I think a lot of people really prefer this, and with waffles in particular, I thought we'd just go ahead and shallow fry it. So on the stove, I have a large skillet, and I've put 2 cups of peanut oil, and you can see the foam there in the middle. That is 1 stick, which is 1/2 cup of butter. And I've let that melt, and I want to kind of blend that together and then move it back a little bit so it's safer. And that's what I'll be heating up to about 350, 375 degrees. And I can test it with flour or cornstarch or something, and if it sizzles, I know it's ready. Over here, I have 3 Pyrex dishes. You need some kind of flat tray or dish. And in the first one, I have cornstarch. I put in 1 cup. I don't know what I'll need, but I thought that would probably do it. Here I have beaten 2 eggs along with 2 tablespoons of water. And then the third one is panko breadcrumbs. If I run out, I've got 2 cups in here, but if I run out, I have another box I can open. And I just wanted to finish out a box that I already started. So what you're going to do for each one is to use your tongs and pick up a seasoned strip of chicken and put it in the first bowl, getting it coated evenly with cornstarch. If you don't have cornstarch, you may use flour, either kind, self-rising or all-purpose. Then it goes into the egg wash, and try to get it covered completely, and then into the panko breadcrumbs. It helps sometimes if you use your hands. I'm just trying to keep my hands clean so that I can go on with other chores that I need to do. Now I'm just going to place this over on a tray, and this is where, as I said, if you wanted to bake this, maybe you would line a baking pan with aluminum foil just to avoid a mess, and then just spray with cooking oil spray, and it would bake in the oven, and it would crisp up, and it would get done at, say, 400 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, but you could tell when it's done. So that's an option. So I'm going to continue with these and get them ready, and then when I come back, hopefully I'll have all of my chicken strips coated, and I'll have my oil hot and ready, and then we'll start putting them in the oil and frying. Here's my pan of coated chicken strips, and I want you to see how much I had left of the cornstarch. Really, it's almost half, not quite. But you can cut down on that if you'd like to. It took pretty much all of my 2 beaten eggs with the extra 2 tablespoons of water, and then I totally used up the panko breadcrumbs and could have used a few more, but I didn't want to open another box. So here we go, and my oil and butter mixture is heating nicely, so I think we're ready to go ahead and start dropping these in. So let's just go over here and grab one with the tongs, and we'll place it, and then we'll continue to go around placing, and you should see it bubble a little bit. If it doesn't, then your oil isn't quite hot enough. Now, it doesn't have to be just smoking hot. In fact, you don't want it to smoke at all, but you can allow yourself a little leeway by starting before it hits maybe 350 degrees. But that's kind of a number to shoot for if you are measuring. I'm not measuring. I usually can look at it and tell if it's gonna work or not. So we're just dropping these in, and what I want to do is brown them on the bottom side and then look at them and then turn them over and get the other side browned. By that time, they may be cooked through. However, to make certain they're cooked through, I believe I will take them to the oven and give them a little time in the oven, get them nice and brown and crispy so that they will be delicious panko crusted chicken strips. Now, all I've done at this point is get all of these turned over so that you can see the nice browning that they had on the bottom, which I flipped over. When you look at them individually, you'll see they are not done. There is raw chicken breast that you can see. So we're going to ensure that they get done thoroughly and get browned up nicely by putting them in a 400-degree oven. And it will only take about 15 minutes or so for chicken strips. If these were large chicken breasts, then I would give them maybe 25-30 minutes. But you can check them, and you can even turn them over again if you want more crispness. Now, it's important to be careful about this when you're putting it in the oven. If you have to walk across the room like I do, or if you have to shift from a cooktop in one position over to an oven in another position, use your pot holders, and let's turn off the heat there, and then be careful as you walk. Have your oven door already open, and then just slide the skillet in there in the middle of the oven. Close the door, and then just let them fry in the oven for a while. I'll be checking on them in the meantime, and when we come back, we'll have some nice crusty chicken. I've just gotten my fried chicken strips from the oven. I did turn them one time while they were in the oven, so they're nice and crispy, and I know they're done all the way through. They were at 400 degrees probably for about 15-20 minutes, but you know, they got a head start here on the stove, and I could even finish them up if they weren't done all the way, but I think you'll see that they are. So what I'm going to do is turn this off. I just turned it on to keep them warm while I talked, and I really am very particular about them being drained. Here we have our fried chicken strips, and I'm going to put them on a platter where I have healthy whole grain waffles that I made earlier today. Now, those are not warm right now, but if you want to serve them warm, you could stick them in the microwave for just a little bit. You can even, if you want to save these for some time, you can freeze them and then get them out, thaw them, and put them in a toaster, and they'll be nice and crisp. But I'm going to put all of my fried chicken here in the center. Now I'm going to serve myself a piece of chicken, a chicken strip with a waffle, and show you how to eat it Southern style. So here's a piece, and I'll bring it over and put it on my waffle. Now you'll notice that I have some honey right here, and this is a honey drizzler, so I'm just going to wind that up a little bit and bring my plate over to meet it. And we'll just drizzle that honey the length of the chicken strip, ending up with a little extra at the top for me. So I'm getting ready to take my bite. You can see the honey just glistening right there at the end. I want to cut through and let you see the chicken. This is what the chicken, what the chicken looks like. It should be white, solid white, no pink showing whatsoever. It tastes really good, the seasoning is good, and then it has that nice crisp crust. And that little bit of sweetness and all the flavor of the waffle just combines together to make it wonderful. So I hope you enjoy this Southern style meal. This is our panko crusted chicken strips served with waffles.